Across India, a health movement is taking shape, redefining how people relate to food. It has a simple philosophy. If it's not safe, it's not food. If it's not healthy, it's not food. And if it's not good for the planet, it's not food. India is now the diabetes capital of the world, in addition to high undernutrition and deficiencies such as anemia. With heart ailments and other non-communicable diseases steadily on the rise, managing diets and lifestyle is now critical. To address the mounting crisis, the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSAI, is taking the lead by launching Eat Right India. FSSAI continues to set and enforce food safety standards, but its role has evolved from a regulator to enabler as well. Its new approach integrates safety, health, nutrition, and the environment more consciously and visibly. But molding the food habits and lifestyles of 1.3 billion people across countless cuisines and cultures can't be done by FSSAI alone. So it's taken every possible stakeholder along: citizens, artists, restaurants, media, food producers, corporates, and development agencies. For behavior change to occur at a mass level, it can't be imposed. It has to come from within. Understanding this, the campaign features a new language and user-friendly symbols to nudge people.
चाय में चीनी लेते हैं? नहीं, कोई नहीं, लीजिए लीजिए, बस आधा चम्मच कम कर दीजिए, और कुछ दिन बाद समझ गया ना?
Eat Right India encourages every collaborator to be a leader. Food producers are reformulating products, providing better nutritional information, and investing in healthy food. Thousands of professionals are committing themselves to ensuring that people eat right.
So we try and make those sweet to snack and make it a bit more lighter, less in fats, less in calories, but absolutely delicious.
Over 200 places of worship have collaborated to design Bhog, a scheme for blissful hygienic offering to God.
तो गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव लेके उसका आगे बढ़ने से हमारा फूड का क्वालिटी मेंटेन होगा.
It will definitely help us improve the standards of efficiency.
ये हर जगह पूरे बॉम्बे ने, पूरे महाराष्ट्र, पूरा इंडिया में होने चाहिए.
Oil companies under the Petroleum Ministry are rolling out RUCO, a system for converting used cooking oil to biodiesel. To sustain a movement, constant innovations are needed. And so, clean fruit and vegetable markets and clean street food hubs are being created. Eat Right campuses are becoming mini ecosystems where healthier food choices are being made and offered on menus. State-of-the-art food testing laboratories are being established, and campaigns to minimize food and plastic waste are being rolled out.
Plastic recycling is the need of the hour. We are in a situation where we need to act right now.
To strengthen behavior change, online Eat Right platforms are being used to train frontline health workers. And IEC creations, like an Eat Right merchandise store and a fun quiz, complete Eat Right India's 360-degree approach. Decades ago, the Indian freedom movement was launched by Mahatma Gandhi, a figure deeply respected for his commitment to healthy eating and living. Eat Right India hopes to ignite a similar mass movement for health. The Swasth Bharat Yatra, a pan-India cyclothon, was a crucial awareness campaign to inspire citizens to take charge of their own diet and health.
महात्मा गांधी के 150वीं जयंती वर्ष के उपलक्ष्य में देश भर में कई कार्यक्रम आयोजित हो रहे हैं. इसी कड़ी में FSSAI ईट राइट इंडिया अभियान के अंदर खाने की अच्छी आदतों को बढ़ावा देने में जुटा है.
Changing food and lifestyles on such a grand scale can feel daunting. But stakeholders at every level are gearing up to drive this movement. The states are ready to take the torch that has been lit with the movement. Their leadership will be crucial to success at the national level. The dream is that Eat Right's message will resonate with everyone in the country, and indeed across the globe. Eat right for a better life.
Good morning and warm welcome our honorable speakers. I am Prerna. I am going to moderate this session. So today we are going to discuss about eating habits and safe food practices. Eating Right Campus. Eat Right Campus is an initiative to ensure safe, healthy and sustainable food for all. It has been launched for colleges, universities, institutions, workplaces, hospitals, jail and other. Eat Right Campus going to spread awareness about eating healthy, and it can provide immense benefits to the campus and individuals in the campus, not only in terms of health, but also economically. So I hope all the speakers are here available, and now we are starting the webinar. So I now request Ms. Yashi Shrivastava, our Director, Yari, QualiTech and National Level Resource Person of FSSAI. So shall we begin now?
Hello everyone, a very good morning to one and all. So here we are having a launch event and we are going to have the Eat Right campaign in the 3 districts of India. Let me share my PPT. Okay, so in this Eat Right campaign, which is supported by Herbalife Nutrition. In this project, we are going to have the 3 districts from India, that is Indore, Madhya Pradesh, Bhubaneswar in Odisha and Imphal from the Manipur. The project goes like this. We are having the target of the 10 campuses. In this 10 campuses, we are going to have the pre-audit, that is the gap assessment. After gap assessment, we will be providing them the trainings like the FOSTEC training and the several other food safety trainings, as well as per the gap analysis, the implementation will be done. After that, we are also going to have few of the talk shows and the webinars, which is having the focus for creating the awareness amongst the citizens. We are also going to have some social media campaign in which we are targeting 20 lakh audiences. In this 20 lakh audiences, we will be sharing the different FSSAI initiatives, as well as we will be creating the awareness of eat right, eat healthy, as well as eat sustainable. We are also going to have few of the radio jingles, which is aiming towards creating the mass awareness in entire segments of the society. So let us stick on to the campuses, which are our campuses. So in Indore, we are having few campuses like NDBS, New Digambar Public School, which are preparing the meal of 3,000 students. When we implement some food safety initiatives in such mass canteens, that will certainly affect the lives of 3,000 people, especially the students. Next, we have Prestige Institute of Advanced Research. In this, we are having the meals of around 200 people. Next, we have Indore, Indian Institute of Management, that is IIM Indore. Approximately 1,000 people takes food over there. Then we have Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, as well as one of the commercial campus, that is Comsen, in which 1,200 meals are being prepared on the daily basis in 3 shifts. So these are the campuses from Indore. When we move on to Bhubaneswar, in Odisha, we have NISER, Bhubaneswar, that is National Institute of Science, Education and Research, Bhubaneswar. We are also having the AIMS in Bhubaneswar, also the IIT Bhubaneswar. So these are the few campuses from the Bhubaneswar. In Bhubaneswar, we are also targeting few of the other commercial sources where mass canteen and the mass meals are being prepared on the regular basis. This is Goba Bandhu Academy of Administration, Bhubaneswar, and also the Madhusudan Das Regional Academy of Financial Management, Bhubaneswar. Next we move on to Imphal. In Imphal, Manipur, we are going to have the campuses like Sports Authority of India, in which basically athletes are involved, and we will be targeting to implement the good practices as well as the food safety campus in the Sports Authority of India canteen. Next, we have Central Agriculture University Imphal as well as the Babina Specialty Hospital Imphal. So in this project, we are targeting 11,000 plus beneficiaries, and when we educate them, when we implement the systems over there, certainly 11,000 families will also get affected out of it. With the means of talk shows and webinars, and now since the COVID is also not very high, so we will be targeting few seminars as well. With this, we are targeting 20 lakh audiences, and we will be taking the help of the social media outreach, with which we can create the mass awareness. With the help of radio jingles and publicity, we will be creating a mass awareness so that all segment of the society will get to know about the FSSAI initiatives, as well as they will work towards the eat healthy, eat sustainable, and eat right. So these are a few of the highlights in which we have already met with many bureaucrats as well as the ministers, like the Health Minister of MP, the Commissioners of Food Safety of Madhya Pradesh, the Commissioner Food Safety of Odisha, and as well as the Commissioner Food Safety Manipur. It's our pleasure that we all are having the guest delegates today with us in this seminar. So that's all about the campus. Now, thank you so much. Now let's all join us together for the launch event. Thank you so much.
And awareness about the food quality and healthy living, healthy food style, and healthy food practices. Thank you so much, ma'am. And now we have our next speaker with us, Executive Director, FSSAI, Ms. Inoshi Sharma, IRS. Ms. Inoshi is a civil servant and officer of Indian Revenue Service. She has worked as Director, National Health Mission in Haryana, looking after the procurement of drugs, equipment, and adolescent health. Her current assignment as Executive Director, FSSAI, involves social behavioral change and communication, Eat Right India initiative, and extending support to scaling up for fortification across the country and ensuring regulatory compliances. She has an interest in area of public policy, administration, and social sector. I welcome you, ma'am, for this session, and I request you to join us for the launch. All right, this was the launch, and congratulations to everybody. Now I request Inoshi ma'am to start the session.
Thank you so much, and a very warm welcome to everybody here today who's joined us. I would like to, thank Yari QualiTech as well as Herbalife for taking up this initiative, as well as, the start that they've made in Indore, in Bhubaneswar, as well as in Imphal with respect to the Eat Right campus. These are all programs which have started within FSSAI, primarily with the purpose of creating awareness among people about not just food safety and hygiene, but also the importance of eating a balanced diet. So I actually have a very short presentation, which I thought, I can um, just run while I'm speaking so that it becomes really interesting also as to what's happening. So when we talk about FSSAI's work, we always think that it must be a government work just related to regulation and just related to rules and laws. But what we are also looking at is how we can make sure that our food systems are not just environmentally sustainable when they are producing or manufacturing food, but they're also following somewhere down the line our traditional food, Indian food culture also. Because what we've seen is that we really can't change much. Sorry. So when we think about India and the scale of work which is going on, we've got about 1.35 billion people, and there are a lot of people who are actually dependent on our public distribution system for the cereals, for their basic requirements. And we also have 4.3 million FPOs. Now, why I'm sharing this scale is because it tells you just how much we are dealing with. Just think about the number of people we have, the number of people who are dependent, in fact, for their basic food requirements, and then the food FBOs with whom we have to deal. And what is that situation leading to? Sometimes we have instances of unsafe food, so we have lots of foodborne illnesses. We have NCDs growing up because of which 6 out of 10 deaths are related to it. We have a lot of underweight people also. We have overweight people also. And we have a lot of food which is getting wasted. So we have safety compliance, and also that we have training and capacity building. And with all that, we have consumer connect and social behavioral change also, which is going on. So what we are trying to say is that once the food has left the farm, it could be your crops, your livestock, your seafood, and they leave the farm. So from that point onwards, they go through processing, storage, distribution, then they come through retail. There is a lot of preparation involved, and then they finally reach our plate. So from the farm to the plate, we have to make sure that hygiene practices are maintained throughout the supply chain. So what we are talking about is safety, health, sustainability, and they all through three are making Eat Right India movement through social and behavioral change. So the three pillars of Eat Right India, which I just showed, was Eat Safe, where we are talking about not just personal and surrounding hygiene, but also making sure that there is sanitation in the value chain and we are combating adulteration. Then Eat Healthy, having a balanced diet and having diet diversity, and also reducing the intake of salt, sugar, and fat. And eating sustainable, eating local, seasonal, avoiding plastics, reducing food wastage, and all this activity is done through two ways. One is the whole of government approach. So FSSAI, being part of the government, is also working with various other ministries, like the Ministry of Urban Affairs. So we have the Eat Right Smart City Challenge. We are working with schools. So we have Eat Right Challenge for schools. A lot of such work is going on at the interministerial level. Then we have the whole of society approach, where we are working with networks and partnerships, like we have this particular forum today, where we are working with professionals in the area of food. We have consumer associations, industry associations, development agencies to create this buzz around safety, about health, about hygiene. And what are some of the things, 5 key things that actually we are doing is, one, currently we are working on front of the pack, labeling for foods which are high in salt, fat, and sugar. Elimination of trans fat we've already done, so it will be less than 2% from the 1st of January. And of course, we already have standards for fortified foods, and we are trying to strengthen our food laboratories across the country so that whatever regulatory framework we have in place is also taken care of. The second thing we are trying to do is building up the capacity of our frontline workers as well as our FBOs, both in the organized and in the unorganized sector. The third thing that we are doing is having all the Eat Right initiatives through various certification methodology. For instance, if we have street food vendors, if we have small dhabas, how do we check those? How do we certify them? So we have that program going on along with the Eat Right campus, which, as has been just discussed, is going on. what do you understand by a campus? Any place where people are spending about 6 to 8 hours is a campus. And wherever food is being served, we make sure that that food premises is properly certified, that it follows safety and hygiene practices, and the food that is being given will obviously be meeting our basic requirements. Now, we are also working towards nudging food businesses to reduce salt, fat, sugar in food items, reducing food wastage, promoting food donation, and finding alternatives to plastic packaging. And the fifth most important thing that we are doing is social behavior change. So, we have mobile food safety on wheels. These are little vans, as you can see in the picture, where we carry out food testing. We have rapid testing kits, so you can check if the food's adulterated or not. We are also conducting Eat Right Melas across the country, walkathons to celebrate 75 years of independence. We are also using social media to influence people. We have on our Eat Right India website resources where we have a number of books on what kind of healthy recipes to adopt, what protocols to follow during COVID-19, what kind of food habits you can adopt, and do we really eat right? We all believe we are eating right, but a lot of times we are not. So what are the 5 key outcomes that we are really looking at? Reducing the burden of foodborne illnesses, reducing the prevalence of micronutrient deficiency, and one of the programs, of course, which the Pradhan Mantri ji has launched is fortification of rice through the MDM, ICDS, and the public distribution system. Reverse the burden of preventable diet-related NCDs, reducing the carbon footprint of the food sector, and ensuring a sustainable food sector. In the end, I would like to say what Mahatma Gandhi had quoted once was, "It is the health that is the true wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver." And today, being the International Day, the Women's Day, I would of course like to just request everybody that please take care of your health, particularly of all the women folk in your families, and to all the women out there, please take care of your health and the health of your family. I hope the presentation that I shared, is useful and actually motivates you to go back to your institutions and adopt some of the programs. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Inoshi ma'am, for sharing such wonderful ideas with us and for the launch as well. Now we have our next speaker. He has over 25 years of relevant experience in the field of supply chain and finance in direct selling, retail, and ITA sector. He has been with Herbalife for 10 plus years. He is a chartered accountant by profession and has been instrumental in adopting technology to sustain high performance and deliver expanded customer experience driven by latest innovations informed by leading practices. And he is none other than who has joined hands for Eat Right India campus, and his name is Mr. Uday Prakash, Vice President, Finance and Associate Operations at Herbalife Nutrition India. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm really honored to be here. As like Inoshi ma'am said, today is Women's Day. We celebrate the Women's Day today. I would wish all the talented and wonderful women a very happy Women's Day.
Thank you, sir.
May God bless you with health and happiness, not only today, but every day.
Thank you,
I
sir.
would also like to congratulate Inoshi ma'am for this leading this mega project. This is a mammoth project, actually. This project encompasses 10 states, 12 cities, and 40 campuses, and with a very noble objective of promoting safe, health, and balanced diet by upgrading the food outlets infrastructure, awareness, and skill sets of food handlers and customers by training and awareness program. As Inoshi ma'am rightly said, it's a big challenge to drive a behavioral change, and I think this program can make a big difference in driving the behavioral change that we are aiming to drive in the country. Led by FSSAI, the Eat Right India is identified as a national movement for ensuring safe, healthy, and sustainable food for all the citizens of our nation. The movement has been launched to protect the health of our people and planet by transforming the food ecosystem of the country. Inoshi ma'am spoke about the kind of food that people have and the sustainability of food, and that's where this is so important. It encompasses a bouquet of initiatives that target food businesses through capacity building and self-compliance and nudge the customers to make the right food choices. We would like to thank FSSAI for providing us the opportunity to play our part in this objective. I'm also very pleased to share with you all that this program has seen a resounding success. We have been associated this program. Last year, we did a pilot in this program in 2 cities, Mysuru and Bangalore. Now, this year, we are expanding in many, many more cities, having seen the success. Very pleased to share with you that we have been able to reach more than 1 crore listenerships through the radio channels, right? So that's the kind of magnitude of the initiative that this is seen. So, like I said, the campuses, 40 plus campuses which have been adopted for certification, this encompasses across Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Delhi, MP, Odisha, Manipur, and Kerala. There are various awareness programs. We spoke about radio campaigns, health series with eminent nutritionists, sports personalities, medical professionals, government stakeholders, a series of campus awareness program and food summit and thematic events. So with this, I would also like to thank our implementing partners, Yari QualiTech, who have been helping us implement the second phase of the program. So with this, thank you so much for the opportunity provided, and again wishing you all the best for this program. Thanks one and all.
Thank
Back to
you.
you.
Thank you so much. And now we have our next speaker, and she is Miss Yamini Sarangi, IAS Commissioner of Food Safety, Odisha. She is one of the inspiring administrator and true leader to strive and emulate the things in the leading manner. She has taken all hardships to improve the food safety activities in the state of Odisha and with her visible identity in the national platform. From last year, food safety initiatives have gone through a remarkable change, and we expect she will break through this renaissance. Ms. Sarangi have been officiating as the Managing Director of Odisha State Medical Corporation Limited, OSMCL, with additional charge of Commissioner Food Safety, Odisha. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Eat Right India is certainly an important initiative, and I firmly believe in that. In fact, just last week, the State Food Commission of Odisha, they had a special meeting with us because they wanted to gain more knowledge about this Eat Right India campaign. Now, I also thank FSSAI for selecting Odisha as one of the first states in this launching program of this important initiative. Odisha has fared very well, as was pointed out, with the decisive jump in the ranking of the state in the State Food Index over the last 2 years. And this is, mind you, with a very lean organization. Our focus now is to enhance this strength, which we are constantly trying to coordinate with the recruitment commissions. I assured that with the cooperation from Herbalife and Yari QualiTech, we will do better and we will give our full performance and support in this, and to ensure that this initiative is successful in Odisha under the overall guidance of FSSAI. Thank you once again for including Odisha in this launching program and inviting us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for showing your support and actually interest in this initiative. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our next speaker, and he is Shri Vumlunmang, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary, Health and Family Welfare, Commissioner of Food Safety, Manipur. Joined the Indian Administrative Service in 1992, he worked in Department of Finance, Rural Development, and Panchayati Raj and Commerce Industries. He has also served as Deputy Secretary, Department of Economics Affairs, Advisor to the Executive Director of India, World Bank, Washington, D.C., Secretary and Commissioner of Health and Family Welfare, Director of Internal Security in Ministry of Home Affairs, Then he was Joint Secretary, Ministry of Home Affairs. In April 2018, returned to Manipur, posted as Principal Secretary of Health and Family Welfare and GAD. Presently working as Additional Chief Secretary, Health, Planning and GAD, Government of Manipur. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you and greetings to all the participants in our inaugural program today. At the outset, I must say I'm extremely glad that we are on this day when we are launching this Eat Right campus under the FSSAI program. I thank FSSAI for having designed this kind of criteria-based assessment program. I am grateful to them for the technical leadership that they have taken. At the outset, I also thank the sponsors of the program for Manipur Herbalife and the technical partner Yari QualiTech. Criteria-based assessment is something quite new for our food business operators, for our campus restaurants and canteens. But I'm extremely hopeful that with the criteria-based assessment that will be taken up, it will lead to improvement in procedures, improvement in the food making practices that the three campuses selected for Imphal, Manipur adopt. And I really look forward to the completion of the exercise smoothly. And I'm also hopeful that through this exercise, not just the food business operators or the canteen operators, but the consumers, including me and all of us present, would also be even more enlightened about the Eat Right campaign, and that the sort of the choice or the seeking of healthy food, eating right, becomes in this place like Imphal, Manipur, also something which spreads wider and wider. And I would request FSSAI for their continued support, and also Yari, QualiTech and Herbalife. We are here to support whatever is required. We look forward to prompt and successful completion of the exercise, and we also look forward to coverage of more institutions, more campuses in the coming times, being well aware that for all of us, much of our waking hours are spent, in fact, away from home, in our workplaces, in the academic institutions, and the various other, for example, the hospital and other places. So the Eat Right Campus campaign is indeed most appropriate, and I thank all the participants for having made the required arrangements and having reached the day of launching. My best wishes and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us precious time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our next speaker. For some reason, he is not able to attend this meeting, but he has sent a beautiful video to share with us. And he is Shri L. Ibomcha Singh, Dronacharya Awardee, National Boxing Coach, Director, Sports Authority of India. He is a boxing coach from Manipur, India. In 2010, he was awarded the Dronacharya Award for his services to boxing by the Indian government. He was the first boxer to win the state or national medal in boxing when he was the bronze in the 1981 National Games. He has produced 38 international medalists in boxing, including 2 Arjuna Awardee, 2 Olympians and 2 world champions and 1 World Military Games champion. His trainees included 5 times World Women Boxing Champion and none other than we all know her, Mary Kom. So let's have the video.
Everyone who all are present here in the event. Due to some whatever circumstances, I could not join live during the session, and hence, please accept a small message from my side. I am delighted to be the part of this event. I am also thankful to be chosen as a coordinator and a nodal officer for the Eat Right campaign on behalf of Sports Social Club India Northern Region Center, Imphal. This is indeed a very good initiative from the first side that they have started working towards not only the food business operator but also thinking about encouraging all others places where food is getting cooked and served. Eat healthy, stay healthy is an important motto to follow in this modern sedentary lifestyle with innumerable healthy eating options available to save us time and energy. However, the importance to eat healthy foods is being realized increasingly to keep good health. A healthy body regenerated positivity in attitude and all of these collectively makes life a happy experience. So eat healthy and stay healthy is the mantra to be.
We are actually starting with our one more speaker who is present here, and she is a state boxing coach, and she got Dronacharya Award from Government of India on 13 November 2021. She is exemplary performer who fought against paralysis to become a national level boxer. I welcome you, ma'am.
पहले तो मैं थैंक यू बोलना चाहती हूँ यारी कैंपेन के लिए और सारे जितने भी यहाँ पर लाइन में उपस्थित है सभी को नमस्कार बोलना चाहती हूँ। एक्चुअली मेरा जितना भी आपने यहाँ पर इंट्रोडक्शन दिया बहुत खुशी लगा कि ये इंट्रोडक्शन देने के लिए। मैं बॉक्सिंग कोच हूँ, तो जितना तक यहाँ है कि अभी जितना भी सर मैम ने बताया कि न्यूट्रिशन के बारे में बहुत अच्छा लगा सुनकर कि जितना भी अभी पहले जब लोग हम लोग खेलते थे उस टाइम पे इतना ये सुनाई नहीं देता था कि न्यूट्रिशन जो जितना जो ऑर्गेनिक जितना अपने लगाए हुए वो खाते उसी का सिर्फ पता था कि ये खाना पड़ता है, ये खाने से ये होता है ये, लेकिन इतना नहीं पता था कि अभी तो जितना भी बन रहे हैं मतलब सारे जगह पर वो हो रखा है कि मतलब जैसे अभी हार्बल सर ने बताया कि हार्बल जो उसमें ये न्यूट्रिशन के बारे में बताए, मतलब इस तरह की न्यूट्रिशन।
And now we're actually going to welcome the next our speaker, Dr. Jagmeet Madan, National President, Indian Dietetic Association. She is an eminent nutritionist, National President, and service in DT Women's University, India representative of ICDA and AFDA. She is an expert on FSSAI scientific panel. She is also a member of National Task Force on Nutrition and Health Benefits of Millets. She is a gold medalist and recipient of Young Scientist Award and Dr. Ramanathan Award by National Institute of Nutrition, Hyderabad, and International Research Grant Award by USA. She has more than 50 publications in international and national reviewed journals. And I welcome you, ma'am.
A very good afternoon to one and all. At the outset, I bring greetings to each one of you from the Indian Dietetic Association, one of the largest body of the professionals of nutrition and dietetics across India, with a reach of 25 state chapters across India. My alma mater, Sir Vittal Das Thackeray College of Home Science, which is one of the premier autonomous institution of this country. And on this Women Day, I think I pay tribute to this alma mater, where, the tagline of this institution and the university is Sanskrita Sri Parashakti. That means a woman who is empowered has infinite strength. In addition to that, I also bring greetings from NetProFan, which is one of the most meaningful and brilliant initiative brought in by the FSSAI, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, to bring all the major national associations, higher education institutions together along with administrative authorities, to talk the same language and to disseminate the important messages of Eat Right India initiative, which is Eat Right, Eat Safe, and Eat Sustainable. I congratulate Ms. Inoshi, the director, FSSAI, for taking the lead right from the inception of NetProfan. And today, I can see 3 years down the line, we are very, very strong. And we've had series of deliberations, and every time we meet, we are one step forward. And I think this launch, in states which are so progressive, towards health, towards fitness. I mean, talking about Odisha, talking about, Manipur, and of course, we are also including Madhya Pradesh. I think reaching out to these states through Eat Right India initiative is very, very meaningful. And we are blessed that today on this important day, we are sharing this platform with some of the celebrated sportspersons who are actually inspiration to the entire young adults of this country. I am just going to leave you with 2-3 messages being, on behalf of the Nutrition and Dietetics fraternity, because we are talking about, the Eat Right India initiative, and we're talking about Eat Right, Eat Safe, and Eat Sustainable. So allow me to just share my screen. And here, like I said, this is my alma mater, Sir Vithaldas Thackeray College of Home Science. And I said, Sanskrita Sri Parashakti is our motto, and enlightened women is a source of infinite strength. And it becomes more meaningful in today's, especially today, being the Women's Day. Of course, our Indian Dietetic Association and NetProfan, which are just 3 slides to give, 3 important messages to people at large, or whosoever is the listener of this launch event. And I'm sure it's going to take many, leaps and bounds steps to reach out to more and more people. So the first is, of course, when we say eat right, I think a strong message to everyone that please connect Eat Right with a healthy plate, or what you call as a healthy Indian thali. And, it's very, very clear through this depiction, the importance which you need to give to each food group in your everyday meal. So every meal has to have your fiber, which is your vegetables and fruits. Every meal has to have your good quantity and quality of protein, and definitely whole grain cereals. I also bring you to this slide, which is actually a depiction of what the National Institute of Nutrition has brought in, just very clearly to indicate that how, these food groups should be incorporated in day-to-day diet. So whether it is cereals and millets, and again, I underline the word millets, because 30% out of 240, 80 gram, is specified to be taken as coarser cereals, millets. And today, India has a heritage of, innumerable millets. Similarly, there is importance to protein-rich foods, which are legumes and pulses, eggs and flesh foods, and good quality fat coming from nuts and oil seeds. So with this, another important message is about sustainability. And this is just to show you that, if you look at the consumption pattern, and if you look at the greenhouse gas emissions vis-a-vis the food groups, the food groups which are really contributing a lot to, the GHG emissions and are interfering in the sustainability are over, emphasis on non-vegetarian food, among cereals, over emphasis on rice. So some of these, even dairy for that matter. So the message here for sustainability, because when we are talking about Eat Right India, we're talking about Eat Right, Eat Sustainable. So when it is Eat Sustainable, we must look for those food choices which are having a lower impact on the GHG emission. So which is, I'm going to summarize in this slide, that we must emphasize on plant-based diets, because plant-based diets have the lowest GHG impact. That means they are more sustainable. We must look for these plant-based options locally, seasonally. Kitchen garden has been spoken about, Poshan Vatika, even at the national level by our Honorable Prime Minister. In millets, I said we need to look out for all regional local millets and not overemphasize on rice and wheat. We must revisit traditional methods of cooking and processing. We must revive our Indian herbs, condiments, and spices. And like what Ms. Inoshi said, decrease food waste, because that's also a step towards sustainability, and regulate purchase behavior. I think this is a strong message for the millennials, today's young adults. They need to definitely pay attention to this message. So thank you very much. I just thought I will leave you with some food for thought, so that this session becomes more meaningful. So once again, I congratulate Herbalife, Mr. Ajay Khanna. I congratulate you, sir, and your entire team to have taken this mandate to reach different states and different Eat Right campuses across India and disseminate this very, very important message. And let me assure you, on behalf of Indian Dietetic Association, NetProfan, and my own alma mater, Sir Vithaldas Thakurse College of Home Science, SNDT Women's University, we are with you in this, mandate, and any help, any support which you need, we are available. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. And I really like the idea, because I do agree with that thing, the Indian thali. Thank you so much, ma'am. So this was Dr. Madan, who has shared the importance of Indian thali and the seasonal and regional plant-based. She is registered dietitian with 38 years of professional experience in clinical, corporate, and communication spaces pan-India. She is actively involved in national and international dietetic. She was trained in India and overseas. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction. Let me begin by thanking Yashi Shrivastava of Yari QualiTech for inviting me here to be on this platform and share a few thoughts with you. Thank you once again. And it was really lovely to listen to Ms. Inoshi Sharma, and the thoughts and the points that she shared were very useful. So I have, well, I think, the disadvantage of being the last speaker is the speakers before you have already said some of the points that you would like to share. So I stand in that position right now. But without much ado, I'm just going to quickly say a few points, a few thoughts from my end. We all know that the non-communicable diseases are a huge burden in India today. So I think there are policies and agencies that are working at the global level, at the country level, at the society level, as well as at the individual level. And I think each one of us need to take responsibility of our health, because our health is in our hands. And unless we take responsibility for our own individual health and lifestyle, it's going to be very difficult for the society or the government, or even at the global level, the agencies, to work and make a better life and a better future for all of us. So let's take responsibility today. And being a practicing dietitian for many decades, I always would love to share a few thoughts on the diet part of it. The National Institute of Nutrition has brought out a beautiful diagram called My Plate for the Day, which covers half the plate with fruits and vegetables, a wide variety of fruits and vegetables. A little more than a quarter of the plate is cereals and nutri-cereals, which are millets. So whole grain cereals, unprocessed or minimally processed cereals are very important. And a little less than 1/4 of the plate is all the protein-rich foods like pulses, eggs, flesh foods, nuts and seeds, and so on. And very small segment of that plate is fats and oils and a little bit of dairy on the side. So this is a beautiful diagram which is available on the internet. You can all check it out, and I'm sure a lot of you know about it already. So along with eating nutritious foods grown naturally, locally, sustainably, and processed minimally, I think the rest of the lifestyle also is important in order for us to be healthy, like exercise, sleep, sunlight, positive psychology, so on and so forth. There are a few activities which are probably already being done, but a few probably could be adopted to improve the food habits on campuses, since we're talking about campuses today, involving family members of those who are on the campus in educating them and also leading by example, limiting the unhealthy snacks in and around the campus premises, propagating healthy eating messages, which is already being done through flyers, notice board, theatrical performances, social media, and so on, and recognizing healthy eating individuals and making them role models. This is something that we did when I used to work with the corporate companies, conducting fun activities around fitness and healthy eating, providing a separate healthy food counter in institutions and office cafeteria. This is again something that we did in the corporate companies some years ago when I used to work there. Creating a support group of those who are or those who wish to be on the healthy eating track. And of course, nutrition counseling at the individual and at the group level as well. So along with the food activities, I think we need to encompass the other activities which build health. And once again, I'd like to reiterate that all of us are equally responsible in maintaining our own health. I applaud the FSSAI initiatives, the beautiful ones like Eat Right India, Eat Right Campus, particularly the reduction of fat, salt, and sugar, trans-free fat India, repurposing the used oil, all of that. And I also wish FSSAI the very best for its future endeavors. And I think the front of pack labeling and the health star rating are in the pipeline. So I wish the organization the very best in the initiatives. I also wish the other, the others involved in this sector like Yari, QualiTech, and several other institutions and organizations that are involved in taking this movement forward the very best. And we look forward to a better India and a healthy India. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
I express our thanks to Ms. Yamini Sarangi, Commissioner Food Safety, Odisha, for sharing their views. I also express my gratitude towards Mr. Vumlunmang, IAS, and the Commissioner Food Safety, Manipur. I express my thanks to Ms. Jagmeet Pradhan as well as Ms. Sheila Krishnamurthy for sharing their views on the different eating food habits and for sharing their views like how the adults and the different masses can get benefit by using the different colors in their diet. I also express my thanks to Mr. Ibomcha for sharing their videos and for sharing their thoughts on this initiative, and also to Ms. Sandhya Gurung ma'am for sharing their all experience on how her diet was affected her and how he came out of her paralysis as well as the different athletic experiences. Now I would like to thank the entire team of Herbalife for arranging such beautiful event and for gathering all these stakeholders together and taking us towards the next step for creating a food safety ecosystem. I would like to extend my thanks to the entire participants who have participated today. I once again thanks everyone for making this program successful, and also thanks to the moderator for conducting this event. Thank you so much, and I wish you all wonderful women over here a very happy Women's Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you once again.